Hello and welcome to this review of the Janty Stick, which is a device that I've been using for quite a few months now. I started using it in September 2009. It's now January 2010. It's been used day in, day out ever since I got it. And as you can see, it's had some repairs already. I'll go into that a little bit more. The Janty Stick is what's known as a personal vaporizer or electronic cigarette. For those of you watching this video, you're probably doing so because you already know a little bit about it. This particular device is something that I wanted to move away slightly from the larger personal vaporizers, and I understood this was a fairly small device. If I stick it in my hand, you can get a rough idea of its size, which is very comfortable to use. It's not particularly thick or heavy. You can see its plastic construction and so on and so forth. The other main device I was using prior to the Janty Stick was the screwdriver, which I got from the Electronic Cigarette Company. They've got a Mark II version out now, which is basically the same thing. This is the original one, which was produced basically in a cottage industry by its designer. Very nice piece of kit, but you know, I did want to try to see what the Janty Stick was all about, and I'm glad I did. It's a device that is quite robust in its own way. As I say, it's all plastic, and you can see the wear usage that it has, or the wear marks on it, because it has had daily use for the last few months. Now let's get straight down to the reason I've got the repair tape on there, or the electrical insulation tape on it. The device is operated by pressing, you can see that dome shaped area there. It's just a fairly minor push button affair, and you can see it's lighting up there. It's rather like those pop-up lids that you get on jars to prove whether or not the contents are properly sealed. If they're not, then you can click the top of the jar. It's that same sort of principle. So you've got a piece of dome-shaped steel in there, or stainless steel or something like that, which when you press down, it makes contact on a couple of pieces of metal. Very simple, basic design. Now it's held in place by this area here, which is basically no more than a sticker of thick plastic to hold that particular unit in place, and frankly it doesn't work that well. What happens is that the button, or the metal disc, which is dome shaped, can shift either way, left and right, up and down, and it can lose contact. And the only way to fix it is to lift the plastic, which is, as I say, it's just like a sticker. You can just lift it up. I've obviously lifted it from this end, just to reposition that and then stick it back down again. And obviously I've used that tape to reposition it and hold it nice and firm. And I have to admit the repair works very well, but it does prove that the Achilles heel of all of these devices is the button, because that's the only mechanical part that gets regular use. And if you're a reasonably heavy vapor like I am, then that is going to eventually wear and fail in some shape or form. And it's no different with a screwdriver. This button broke, and I had to order some new buttons and replace them. I have to admit the reason it broke is I was stupid enough to drop the darn thing, but there you are. It proves that it's the weak point of all of these devices. So that button, unfortunately, is not very good at all, but once it is fixed in place, then it operates very smoothly indeed, no problems. You can see that the colouring, or the paintwork, for want of a better description, is fairly worn. It's obviously got a lot of pocket wear, but you know, that's just cosmetic. At the end of the day, the thing functions just fine. The atomizer I'm using is not the original original atomizer that came with it. In fact, I ordered some from Totally Wicked, and as you can see there, this is one of Totally Wicked's atomizers. If you do order these and you've got a Janty stick and you put it in, you think, oh great, it doesn't fit, just a little bit of firm pressure and it just pops in quite happily. No problems, and you just screw them straight in. So to be quite honest, if you're really that concerned about it, what you can do is just shave off a little bit of the plastic round there just to make it fit a little bit more smoothly, so it's not so difficult to get in and out. The batteries that come with the Janty stick, as I say, I've been using this for a good few months now. I've written Titan on this one because this is the battery that came with a Titan pass-through, but the principle is exactly the same. I don't know if I've got the other battery. Oh, here it is. Here we go. Yeah, this is the other battery that came with the Janty stick, and you can see 360 milliamp hour battery. These are great. These are the I've not been using this. The one with Titan written on it, I have to admit, I've not been using it because it's it never really functioned very well at all. So it's always been a bit iffy, that one. But the two batteries that came with the Janty stick, no problems at all. They both last very well. They've been pretty robust, and I've been using them ever since I got it. In fact, I tend not to bother changing the batteries because I charge the Janty stick on a USB charger or through the USB on the PC. As you know, this acts as a pass-through as well. There's the USB port. It acts as a pass-through as well when you've got it plugged in, so you can carry on using the device even if the battery is flat, which is something that I like. This is the Mark II, by the way. This isn't the original Janty stick. This is the Mark II, and I think one of the problems with the Mark I, not that I ever had one, is that sticker was very, very poor, and it would come up far too easily. Well, sorry guys, but in my view it's still a problem. It may very well be a lot better than the original, but this design really isn't cutting it. But you know, a simple lift of that plastic to get at the metal dome underneath, to just reposition it over the contacts so it remains effective and it works properly, is not too difficult. I've not actually ever taken the unit apart. It's the only thing I've done with it. Of course I could have probably sent it back to have it fixed, but frankly it's an easy fix, and if you've got a vaporizing device that you like, you don't really want to be without it, do you? So that's not an option for me. So I do recommend this. I think it's a great little device. It's very simple, very robust, and it served me well. It continues to serve me well, and as I say, apart from the weak spot, the Achilles heel as I've called it, being that switch, I think the Janty stick is great. Perhaps don't bother putting paintwork on future models, guys, because it's just going to wear off and look horrible like this one does. But having said that, once it's in your hand and you're vaping, does it really matter? I don't think so. It would actually be quite nice if the Janty stick did have perhaps a brushed metal case or something like that that would look a bit nicer, but I dare say that would increase costs, and frankly it's not worth it at the end of the day. But in terms of vapor production, it's very, very good. I'm not going to bother demonstrating that now. You can see lots of videos on YouTube for the Janty stick, but what I wanted to do in this one was just to give you an idea of what one of these devices looks like after a few months of pretty heavy use. And I do use this all the time. It is great, goes everywhere with me. So there you go, that's the Janty stick in use. Rather than demonstrating a brand new item, I've decided I'd wait and give it a good old test, and very, very pleased with it, and you can see the sort of condition after a few months. Anyway, hope that was useful to you, and that if you think you're getting one of these devices, or you've had problems with the buttons like I have, they're very easy to fix. Other than that, a great device. Thanks for watching. All the best. Cheers for now.